What's going on, guys? It's Jeff, back here over on some more Star Wars Battlefront 2. Real quick, I want to thank everybody so much for all the love and support on the videos. It's been fun, and I definitely needed something else to play at the moment. There's been a big resurgence of players over here in Battlefront 2. It's been really fun, and I know basically nothing about the game. It's pretty much brand new to me, as it is pretty different from the PS2 version that I grew up on. But I mean, I've made some good progress. Over here on my Assault class, it's level 55. I don't know what the max level is, or if there even is a max level. I upgraded some of these cards, but I recently watched a video that educated me about the history of this game in particular. Ever since its release in 2017 to now, even from the beta to now, a lot more happened in this game than I thought happened. So before I go deeper about that stuff, GFUEL currently has a BOGO sale going on. This BOGO sale is currently going on until the 22nd. In this BOGO sale, it's anime themed for anime. And of course, all the things on the BOGO are all anime related, ranging from anime like Gundam, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, one of my personal favorite flavors, Naruto Sage Mode, and of course also Super Saiyan Lemonade. All these different flavors are among some of my favorites, and also a couple that I haven't tried yet that I'm definitely gonna have to. So if you're an anime fan, or even if you're not, you can use my link down in the description. Buy one, get one free sale, as it is a BOGO. So if you pick anything up, feel free to tweet it at me over on Twitter at Jed. I usually like the tweets that I get from people, so again, link is down in the description. Lasts until the 22nd. I appreciate you. So I just recently unlocked this this weapon, yeah. I haven't even used it yet. Seems like it's just low fire rate, big power, but I think I'm gonna go and probably start leveling one of these other classes here. The idea, I guess, is I'm gonna go and level them all. Crazy thing about this is that, oh dude, okay, let's just queue up a match real quick, hold on. I guess I'll do heavy now. I've only played the Assault class and a couple times as Jedi. Still haven't even done the Jedi or like hero mode in general. So the video that I watched, it was by a YouTuber named 2O, and they basically did a whole rundown from like the beta of the game to today. And this game has gone through so much more than I had initially thought. And I will say the community is definitely resilient. All sorts of stuff was happening, from in-game bugs to predatory microtransactions to horrible balancing system, completely anti-player, anti-fun, time sink kinda. Yeah, it's crazy. I highly suggest you guys go and check out that video. The video is called The Absolute Chaos of Star Wars Battlefront 2. It came out like a week ago. I'm not even gonna be able to remember all of the stuff that he brought up, and obviously he's gonna present it in a way better way than I am. I feel like I have to be very appreciative of the game that I am currently playing now, because holy fuck was this game a mess at many different points. I don't even know when the last update happened, but it was like the final last update. So whatever form the game is currently in, it is the true final version of it. With that said, that doesn't mean that this version of the game doesn't have bugs or stuff like that. And if you happen to be playing characters that do have bugs, that's not changing. It's never going to change. You just have to get used to it. Some of the characters are defined by their bugs. I was also looking at like tier lists and all this other shit for just the Jedi stuff anyway. I haven't even bothered to look at tier lists for the actual infantry and shit. The crazy thing is that I played this game not a ton, like maybe, I don't know, 20 hours total on the beta. And I didn't even realize like how fucked all of the microtransactions and shit were at the time. And the way that the leveling and stuff works out, like people can go and get on this game right now and be like, damn, why did this game receive so much backlash over the years? I feel like I'm treading on like sacred ground. Like something happened here. They apparently had to delete Sidious completely out of the game at one point. In the way that I was actually complaining about like everybody else being leveled up, I'm completely fucked as a new player. It was actually even worse at one point than this, because on here, at least I can still grind my way out to go and get those things, right? Before, the way that the progression worked with all of the cards and shit, it was demonic. It was not player friendly, that's for sure. I am constantly getting destroyed by these dual pistols. They hit so hard. And I'm just trying to level like these classes at first, so I'm not picking heroes no matter how many points I earn. Their announcements were mistimed. The communication was not good. There was somebody that ended up spending like $80 or something like that trying to like buy some crystals or some shit, and they were trying to go and unlock Vader or somebody using that money they spent. But it turns out that you couldn't unlock the characters with money. You could only unlock them through the other way, by grinding it out. And that doesn't sound like, just go and watch the video. Basically, this person started complaining about the fact that that happened. It got a lot of steam over on Reddit. I don't know if it's still the case, but one of the devs ended up replying, dude, I mean, the comment was bad, but I didn't know it would be literally Guinness World Record most downvoted comment bad ever. All time. That comment had 700,000 thumbs down. That singular comment from that poor dev or whoever the fuck it was. I don't even know if they're even working in this space anymore. They just made a comment basically trying to explain why they did it this way, because at one point the game was a whole bunch of like paying for stuff with like real money, and it was basically pay to win. And then they started trying to get rid of that. But also remember, there's big gaps in the communication, like multiple months of complete radio silence again and again and again. This poor dev made some comments about it, trying to explain, you know, their reasoning behind the shit, and they got absolutely torched. It was really bad. So for all the things that I could complain about on this game, I'm swiftly reminded now every single time that it could have been so much, and I mean so much worse. Of course, the game isn't perfectly balanced or anything like that. That's not what it means. It's just, it's now content complete, and it doesn't have nearly as many bad systems in the game. And the worst part about it is that even with all of those issues, the community still stuck to this game's side, because gameplay-wise, it's still the best Star Wars multiplayer experience that you can get. This style, anyway, of course. Not a big fan of the heavy class at the moment, but I'll get through it. Should be able to get all the weapons in a few hours. Basically, the way that the game is right now, in terms of like the way that the systems are set up, if the game launched like this, even though the game is basically like content finished, it still isn't everything. Like, we're still missing some key characters and stuff. Like, Mace Windu is a really big one. Immediately one of the first ones that I saw. He's just one example anyway. Of course I want to play Mace. He would basically be like the light-size equivalent to Dooku in terms of like a dueling kind of. Probably really good in Jedi fights, maybe not as good in infantry. A character like that. That's how I imagine him being anyway. But who knows how they would have made it.
Find your ineptitude less amusing as time goes by.
Trust me, I don't like losing every single game I'm playing as well, man. I lose every game, and I don't do well. I don't know if I've ever had a game where I actually did well so far. I'm always caught by surprise by people's abilities that I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it. I didn't even know there were characters that could go invisible. This guy has some weird shit. I can't tell the difference between this guy and this guy either. They look the exact same, so I can't even tell what ability. At this guy, who I can't tell that he's a special character until he gets too close and it's too late and he's killed me with whatever this machete sword thing is. It's just very overwhelming. And then the fact that like they just got a bunch of cheesy shit in the game anyway, regardless of if I know or not, it's gonna happen. The game isn't meant to be like this balanced competitive experience. With that said though, the devs were absolutely making balance changes throughout those years. Anakin Skywalker apparently on release was like one of the most broken, busted ass characters ever. They nerfed him like 10 times. And he's still like a good character after all of that. It's actually fucked up. And the reason they needed to remove Sidious from the game is because he was like zapping people through walls and shit. Dude, these fucking jetpack guys are ridiculous! Everybody has crazy movement and they're fucking impossible to kill. Not because I can't keep up with the movement, they're ultra tanky on top of that, and they have rockets. These aerial rocket launcher classes are legit the most broken thing I've seen in a game so far. Genuinely the most broken, it's the thing I noticed the most. I'm sure it's not the strongest thing in the game. I'm sure I'm wrong, but the shit feels so unfair. Okay, getting killed by a Jedi, I'm fodder. Completely fine, understandable. But that jetpack shit is so fucking overtuned, it's not even funny. If you're playing a class that has a whole bunch of mobility and shit, why are they so tanky? I mean, I can't even get out of the spawn. I'm just spawning here getting farmed. Every game I get into, I'm just getting farmed. I mean, that still doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Jedi is not going to be able to defend hundreds of bullets. One of them will hit him in the foot, the ankle, or whatever. At no point did he even defend his feet. Logically speaking, they would never deflect all those bullets. I'm sorry. Guy has 104 eliminations. What is he even doing? Grievous is one of, if not the best saber user in the entire game. Which, I mean, I have no idea that that was even the case. Jet Trooper. I don't understand how a pistol... He has rockets and everything. Why is that even allowed? Why are you allowed to have mobility, damage, and tankiness? I don't get it. And nothing's gonna change either, so complaining about it, I'm just gonna have to bully people for playing it, that's all. Oh, you dropped fucking 500 kills? Cool, what'd you do it with? Yeah, that's what I thought. I got 53 eliminations. I definitely didn't, but alright. That's like 53 kills assists. Wait, there's more? There's a whole other part to this. Holy shit, man. This game mode takes forever. Yeah, anyway, I encourage you guys to go and check out that video to learn a little bit more about it if you don't already know. Those of you who do know, you guys have definitely been through the shit. I respect it.